Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoin Yala. And congratulations to those of you who I met in the past few days and discussed Bitcoin with you. Congratulations on joining the Bitcoin family. So let's jump right into it. First, hello to the people at UIC, University of Chicago. I met and spoke with you. You know who you are out there. Congratulations on following the channel and jumping in the Bitcoin family. Hopefully you did tell your relatives like you told me you were going to. Hopefully he is watching this episode, because in this episode I'm going to talk about what I spoke with you about, which is how house prices are actually falling to Bitcoin. Okay, so I put together this nice cool little image of it was supposed to be raindrops were the houses, but Mid-Journey, they would refuse to shrink the size of these houses. But anyway, let's get right to it. So first thing I want to talk about is Bitcoin used to be a few days ago it went up to $108,000 for one Bitcoin. Then it retraced, as you can see here, it dipped down to 93,000. Okay. When this happened, I got a lot of text messages. People were worried. Amber, Ashley, and Cindy, those are that's my sister and my nieces. They called me, hey, what's going on? Everything is okay. The reason I'm showing you this over here is because this is what it looked like that day. The markets got hit, okay? The SEC were saying a few things the market didn't like. The market crashed, dipped. I call it a dip. And this is the result. Now, many people made the biggest mistake you can make, okay? And I'm going to get to the home prices falling in just a moment, but I want to touch on this quickly. If you panic, we call it panic selling. If you panic sell because you see the value of what you just put in Bitcoin go down by 9.1% in one day, and you're like, what the heck did I do? That's why I'm getting all these text messages. What's going on? You said it was a good investment, not financial advice, right? But you said it's been a good investment for you, and now my balance is down 9%, okay? This is normal. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever, okay? So the biggest mistake you can make is to sell the first time the market dips. Now, what you can do, which is the recommended thing that everyone says, is when it dips like this and your gut reaction is to panic and be afraid and worry, you need to train yourself, because that's the perfect time to buy. Think about it like the right after Thanksgiving sale, okay, or right around Christmas sale, okay? This is a Black Friday sale, okay? So anytime you see the market dip like this, you should be thinking, oh, this is awesome. I remember at my previous job, I used to, me and another guy, if you're out there, hey, how you doing? But we used to really hope and pray when Bitcoin was around 70,000. We were praying for it to dip. We were really hoping, because we knew we could get more Bitcoin for our money if it dips. And we were trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. So, and when it did dip, we were thankful. And when it went up, we panicked. When it started going up in price, hit 73,000, we were like, oh no, it's so expensive. Because we knew we could only buy a little teeny itty bitty piece of Bitcoin. So as many of you can only buy a little piece, which is okay, and I'm going to get to that now. So I just wanted to show you this quick image here of what the market did a few days ago, and caution you against making the biggest mistake of your lives if you sell when it dips out of fear. Because let me show you why here. Let me show you a different image. Okay. All right, and let me shrink my big head so you can see. There we go. Get myself out of the way. That's what I used to say at my old job. Hey, I'm trying to stay out of the way. Okay, here we go. So today the price is 95,000. Okay, and you can see here that it's been all over the place. That's called volatility. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through it. So This is about 7 days ago. This is when it went up to the 108,000 right here. It dipped all the way down here, and I captured it. Yeah, pretty close to that. Is 92,000 was the low, and I captured that image was around 93,000. So Cindy, Amber, and Ashley, hopefully you bought at this dip, because if you did, then from that purchase you would already be up a little bit. But who knows? So anyway, so this is where Bitcoin is, 95,460. Okay, in the past 7 days, in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin is here. Okay, this is the chart for the last 24 hours. Okay, so now what I'm going to get right into is what we talked about, or what the image talked about previously about house prices falling to Bitcoin. Okay, so as you could see in this graph here, let me move my big head out of the picture again. There you go. Hey, big head. All right, here we go. So let me go back here and walk you through this. Okay, so what this is saying is Bitcoin, all prices, it's not just houses, okay? All things, houses, cars, gold, okay, money, which we call fiat, right? Dollars, okay? Every pesos, everything is getting cheaper to Bitcoin. So that's why it's so important to get as much Bitcoin as you can. Now let me walk you through this. So this is going all the way back to 2000 and I believe it's 11. So all the way up until today, okay? And what this is saying is and this is referencing houses, okay? New houses, okay? So if you look at this here, this is showing that back here, and let me show you make it easier for you. Let me show you, bring fiat in here. Here you go. Okay. So with fiat here, it makes it easier for you. This side over here is dollars, US dollars. This side over here is the number of Bitcoin, okay? So back here, 2011, if you had Bitcoin, you would have had to have about, wow, look at that, 46,000 Bitcoin, okay, to buy a house that cost about, what is this, $200,000, okay? So if you bought a $200,000 house here, it would have cost you about 46,000 Bitcoin, okay? Since then, houses have gone up in price, and this is just the average, okay, to about now, if you go all the way over here, $434,000 is about, and this is the average price of houses in the U.S., okay? So the average price, $400-something thousand. Now, the thing to keep in mind is the Bitcoin. Back here, you needed 26,000 Bitcoin, okay, in 2011. Now, you only need about 4.479 Bitcoin, to buy that same house, okay? So prices are falling to Bitcoin. Now, why is that important? And why is that a big deal? It's a huge deal, huge deal. The reason why it's such a big deal is because a lot of people ask the question, how much Bitcoin should I have? Or they say, I can't buy Bitcoin because I can't afford a whole Bitcoin. A whole Bitcoin's $95,000. I can't afford that. I'm just going to sit it out. It's not for me, right? That's what people say all the time. But the reality of it is, Bitcoin is for everyone, okay? Because you don't need a whole Bitcoin, okay? Just as this is showing you, it's showing you right here, 46,000 Bitcoin you needed to buy a house, an average house in the U.S. in 2011. Now you only need 4.47 Bitcoin, okay, to buy a $400 and something thousand house. Now, if you buy a $100,000 house, you need a lot less. Right? And the point I'm making is, in the future, mark my words, write this date down or this statement down. In the future, my opinion is you will only need about 0.1 of a Bitcoin to buy a house. And further out in the future, 0.01 of a Bitcoin to buy a house. Okay. And that's just a few $1,000s right now. Okay. So think about it. You can own a home in the future for a few $1,000s if you buy Bitcoin and hold it for the long term. Hold it for many, many years. Okay. You can see right here what happened. Okay. New house, 26,000 Bitcoin. That was valued at $200,000. Today, you only need 4.47 Bitcoin to buy a 400 and something thousand dollar house. So prices are falling to Bitcoin. So things are always going on sale if you have Bitcoin. That's another way to think about it. Okay, so you hear people talking about, oh, Bitcoin this, that. Just buy it and hold it. And if you're worried about it going down, hold it for at least 4 years. Okay, now, just hold it for 4 years. That's the minimum amount I like to hold things for. Okay, so if you're going to hold it and buy it, hold it at least for 4 years. And my opinion is you'll be very, very happy at the end of those 4 years. Okay, now we all know life happens. If you need access to your money, you can still get it out whenever you want to. But that's the recommended, quote, quote, way to make sure that you don't see a dip. Okay, and the reason why I say that is looking back historically, no one has lost if they've held for 4 years straight. Okay, 4 years straight. That's the key metric. So hopefully that sheds some light to you on how everything, not just houses, cars, fiat dollars, everything is falling to Bitcoin. While you want to own some Bitcoin as soon as possible, dollar cost average into it. If that's $20 a week, $30, $50, $100, whatever you can put in, $5. I did a previous video where I bought $1 worth of Bitcoin. So it doesn't matter the amount. It just matters that you get started and you participate with Bitcoin. So now in the future, on the next video, make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to start to give away some Bitcoin. Okay. Many of you, I want to encourage everyone out there to get involved with Bitcoin, to see things going up. So the only requirement I'll have, and I'll go over this on the next episode, is that you leave a comment, okay, down below, and just either ask a question or just just mention something about the video, and be nice, please be nice. But yeah, just leave a comment. Then you'll be held in a drawing, and then the winners will receive a little bit of Bitcoin, which in the future may be worth a lot of money. So stay tuned for next episode. I'm going to go over the details in the next episode, and it'll start then. But if you'd like, you can practice by leaving a comment today and hitting the like button. But thanks for visiting today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Take care, everyone.